Captain, we are ready for pushback. Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Locking gear.
Good day, everybody. Welcome back to our world tour. We're currently sitting in Baghdad, Iraq, and we're heading down to Dubai in the United Arab Emirates. Night flight, so it should be good. We've just updated the Phoenix. We'll see what changes have happened there. Hello to everybody watching, both YouTube and Twitch, and hello Talia and Brian in the chat. Thanks for coming along on today's flight. 136 passengers I think we have today as we head down over the Persian Gulf down to Dubai. We're at the same terminal we ended on last time. Not sure if it's the same gate, but same area of the terminal. So let's hop on board and we can start getting everything set up. All right, we're on board. I was about to say on the cockpit. We're in the cockpit. So we'll go through our pre-flight preps. So cockpit preparations are done. Parking brake is set. GPU is connected. External power is on. Batteries 1 and 2 are now coming online. And we are going to start the passengers loading now. So let's pop down. 44 minutes from our departure time. Everything is looking good there. All the doors are open and everything is set to go. Come over 132 passengers today. 2.8 tons of cargo, 7.2 tons of fuel. We'll start them loading the aircraft and we can get the rest of the aircraft up and get the FMC programmed. All right. So back up overhead, we're going to turn the deers on to nav. There's 1, 2, and 3. I usually do it this way. Evac sign is Captain Purser. Signs, no smoking is on. We're going to leave the seatbelt off while they fuel. Lights, we have system 1 on. Crew oxygen is coming on. Generators 1 and 2 are on and in fault. Cockpit and cabin heat we'll leave in the middle position. Packs 1 and 2 are on and in fault. We'll do our engine warnings. APU. Engine 1. And engine 2. And I would show you the screens down here and what they do, but again, we pop them out, and due to the way the capture is with OBS, it doesn't capture the screens. Just funny, because if I do something in like pop out maps and stuff like that, or other things, it focuses in on them, which is rather annoying. Alright, the emergency lights are now armed. Icing indicator, standby compass is on, and cargo heat is set to cold. So let's get down here, start doing some programming. First thing we're going to do, Roger is going to go into the VATSim menu, AOC, get our messages. Interesting. Get our load sheet. There's our preliminary load sheet and all the information that we need there. We'll accept that. So it looks like we're going to have 11 business class passengers, 121 economy class passengers on board the aircraft today. So we're going to go into the FMGC and set her all up. So our nav data is current. Current to the 30th of November, and we're good. So initialization, we are going to request our flight plan today. There's Iraq to Dubai. Oman, I think that is where we're going in if we have to go to our alternate. Flight number today is Skyways 5556. Cost index is 25. Cruising altitude for today's flight is going to be 37,000 feet by level 370. Alright, we'll get our wind information. There we go. We have our climb wind and our descent wind. All good. Tropo is 48316. So it's going to be well above us. Not going to be an issue. So let's go over to our init page. We can get our preliminary data here. So our takeoff weight is estimated to be at 63.8. Actually, we want zero fuel weight, 56.8. And our center of gravity is estimated at 29.5. This will allow the aircraft to start doing some calculations. And our block fuel today is 7.4. We're not tankering. 7.4. Yeah, 7. 7.2 minus 200 for taxi and APU running. So that's all entered in. and that'll do its calculations. We can clear some of these messages out of here. We'll now go into our flight plan and set up our departure. So today winds are pretty good here. Let me just grab them. There we go. So winds here in Baghdad are currently, and I'll throw it into the chat if I use the correct keyboard. Winds are 160 at 1 knot. No significant cloud, 15 degrees, QNH 1014. We'll set our 1014 and we'll set that on the standby as well. We're planning to go off on runway 15 left, so that works out for us planning wise. So departure, we're going on 15 left, and there's going to be no SID. There are really no SIDs available. We're basically going to fly directly out, and we're going to turn to Naldo immediately after passing that altitude, and that's going to take us on our route, which we'll take a look at shortly. For our arrival, they're currently have ATC up down in Dubai. We'll see if they're still on when we get there. Winds are kind of variable, a couple knots, it's kind of fluttering around, but according to them, they are currently using the 30 left runway for arrivals. So we're going to enter that in. We're going in on the VOOT 3 Delta arrival. No transition, and we will insert that. And if we quickly go through our points, and is that Tesla there? That's correct. We'll take out that discontinuity, and we will come down our path, and we should flow directly into the ILS for the runway. So we can take a look at that and look at our route. So back over to the flight plan. We're going to take off at 1,600 feet. We're going to be making that bit of a left-hand turn. Fly down across Iraq, over Kuwait, down over the Persian Gulf. I'm going to start our descent. We're going to enter in here. We enter into our arrival. We're going to cross overhead the airfield, and as you can see, we're basically going to do a huge left base and around and come in and land. So the plan is looking all good. Happy with that. So let us set up some of our MCP. We're going up to an initial altitude. We don't have any restrictions on takeoff, but we'll set an initial 10,000 feet to get us up in the air. 10,000, and we'll be managed speed and managed for our LNAV. Everything is looking good. We're all aligned. The only faults we're seeing are the packs and the generators. That is all good. So it looks like fueling is done. So we'll get the seatbelt signs on. And we can come back over to here and we'll set up our charts. So we'll import the route from SimBrief. We're here at
On
Baghdad.
behalf of the cabin crew, I'd like to welcome you aboard our flight. As you find your seat, be sure to place your larger carry-on items in the overhead bins and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you.
So we're currently
If you
here
have
at
trouble
gate
finding a location
B24.
for any of your carry-on items, please use the
And
flight
if we
attendant
look
call
at
button over
the
your seat. Somebody will assist you.
other chart,
After
you can
put
see
your
where we are.
carry-on items
We're
in the
taking off
overhead
15
bin
left.
and it is full, make
We're
sure
gonna
you show
taxi
the
out
courtesy
to,
other
Whiskey,
passengers. Also,
then
be sure
out
that
to
the aisle is
Sierra,
clear and sit
take
down
down
so that way
Sierra
other
to Sierra
passengers
6,
can get by you.
and then we'll be
If
departing
you're
out.
seated in an emergency exit row, please review the exit seating responsibilities and the safety card provided for you.
As we
Please
saw in the
ensure that
ND,
you
our
are
route's going
able
to take
and
us down
willing
over
to perform
Iraq,
these
just past the
If
border
you're
of
not,
Kuwait,
please let a flight
down
attendant
over the
know so that
Persian
we
Gulf,
can keep you seated.
and
Now's
down
the
to
time to
Dubai.
get out any last-minute text messages if you need to, but we ask that once you depart from the gate, you put away any laptops or tablets. Thank you, and welcome aboard.
So, as mentioned, we are doing the VATSim 3 Delta arrival. So we're going to come in here at VATSim, we'll follow along down up to the coast, then we're going to turn, cross over, head the field, come down, making this long extended left base, or downwind, then base turn, and turning into dual dot, at which point we'll be on to the ILS for the approach. If we go in there, did we star this one? We did star this one. So we go down to our approaches. It is the ILS for 30 left. And we'll be coming in here from, you see, from Old Dot all the way to Septo, and at 2,000 feet, Modus will intercept the ILS, come down and land. ILS runway 30 left. Once we're on the ground, a lot of briefing charts for this airport. Once we're on the ground, we'll be coming down here. We'll probably be getting off somewhere around Kilo 9 or Kilo 8. We're then going to be going to Concourse B for our gates. And parking somewhere here on, what are these gates? F18, F21, somewhere in there is our intended parking spot. So that is the plan for today. We're going to go back to our Baghdad chart. We'll bring up our start chart and bring up our ground chart and zoom in a little bit and see where we are at the moment. So boarding is more than halfway done. Everything is good there. So altimeter we can set as showed in the MEDAR. It's 1014. That's all set and cross-checked. Transponder is set to 2000. We are good with that. PWS, our proximity warning system, we'll go to auto. GCS, ground clearance system, I believe it is, set to auto as well. Fueling is done, baggage is on board, and we are now just waiting on our passengers. Come back over to Roger. We may have gotten a second load sheet. No, we haven't. We can do our departure performance preliminary and just get a idea of what we're looking at. So ORBI is correct. We are taking 15 left. Surface is dry. We're going to load our preliminary load sheet information. It's going to be a flaps 1F takeoff. Anti-ice will be off. Packs will be on. We're not going to force a toga if it is not required. We will bring in the live weather. There it all is there. And there's the runway information here if you're ever looking for it and if you're wondering. 14,000 meters, 60 meters wide. There's coordinates and the elevation of the runway, 113 feet. Very long, 4,000 meters translates to over 13,000 feet. So not going to be an issue. We can hit calculate and it'll do a quick initial calculation. So it looks like we got some good V speeds there, and got our flex numbers. So when we get the final load sheets, we'll rerun the numbers and make sure we get the final accurate numbers for what is actually on board the aircraft. So again, we are flying the Fly UK mainline colors and livery on this flight. We are up on VATSim. There is no other traffic here at Baghdad at the moment, and as mentioned, we do have UAE radar up down in the Emirates. So they've been up for quite a while now, almost 4 hours, so they may or may not still be on when we get there. We will see. It is getting late into the night down there. But once we're in the air, again, the drinks cart's there, the entertainment's lined up. It should be a pleasant late night flight. Not sure what the actual local time is. Probably midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. So I guess this technically could be an early morning flight. Let's see how we're doing on the boarding. Alright, so we got about 20 passengers to go. These do sync pretty well between the speed of this and the speed on packs. You see all the fuel and the baggage is on board. So what are we, a week away? Well, 4 days away from the release of the 40th anniversary edition. Going to see a couple new aircraft coming to the channel when that releases. We're going to have the Inabuild's A310. So we may have to break out some long distance routes. We're also going to have the Airplane Heaven DC-3. So I'm sure that will make an appearance at some point as well, as we get some new aircraft to play with. DC-3 we'll probably see on our Wednesday night multiplayer run as we tour around the world, as we do. So just some admin as we wait for the final passengers to board. I am planning on going away for a week next week, but certain things are happening right now that may have to push that off and cause me to go somewhere else, unfortunately, due to family stuff. So things could be in flux over the next few weeks on the streams and what's happening and where we are. So I'll post the information in the Discord just so everyone's aware. And I do have some videos banked that I'll be releasing just to cover the time so there's no dead space while I'm away. So it looks like we got 4 people left. We're not doing too bad. We're slightly ahead of schedule. Our planned pushback time isn't for 25 minutes, so it looks like we're going to be getting out of here about 10-15 minutes early. And we'll see how long it takes packs to come up and say that they're loaded now. See?
We're ready to go when you are.
132 passengers on board, and that's how
Good
quickly
evening,
they
ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight
they did the thing.
5556 with service to Dubai.
So there's our
flight time will be
final
roughly
load sheet.
1 hour and 46
I'm going to enter the
minutes.
final
Now
numbers
that the
in.
cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in
57.5.
airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down and
We'll go
snooze.
in
Please
for
fasten
our
your
zero
seatbelt
fuel
and make
weight.
sure that all tray tables and seat
And
backs are in the full
our
upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, prepare
center
cabin
gravity
for
for takeoff
departure.
28.2. Something just dinged. That was the other computer. 28.2, so that's now entered in. It will do its proper calculations. We can check that one, 28.2. If we come up here now, we can go to our departure performance, load the final. There's 28.2, so we have the right information. Just do an update on the weather, recalculate, and we can enter in our proper departure numbers. So I got to zoom out here so I can see both at the same time. We'll go into our performance page. So we have a V1 of 145 knots. We have a VR of 145 knots. And we have a V2 of 147 knots. Our flaps will be 1 selected, and we have a up of 0.1 on the trim. So that is now entered in, and we're going to be flexing to a temperature of 68 degrees. So that is all entered in now. So we're done with this. We can go back over to our charts and bring up our map. We'll go into night chart mode since it is middle of the night. Come over here. We will accept our final load sheet, and we can now leave here, and Roger can bring up the flight plan for his side. There we go. And we're pretty much ready to go now. So we're going to come up. We're going to turn on the APU. Wait for the flap open message to come up. I find it takes a little bit longer on the old 214 model. I don't know if we're actually going to get a flap open message. Oh, there we go, flap open, yeah. It's longer than on the Neo. I'm going to start the APU. APU is starting to wind. So let's get them to hook up the tug. I believe we do have a physical tug, yeah.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, flight deck.
We will be ready shortly.
Roger.
So tug's coming in. There's 70%. And 100%. APU is available. We'll turn the APU bleeds on. External power is now disconnected. Takeoff data is set 145, 147. FCU is set. Initial climb altitude 10,000 feet. Flight directors are both on. Radios, we're going to set our 122.8 for your VATSim Unicom. And we are good for engine start. So beacon light is coming on. Fuel pumps, all 6 of them are coming on. And we are ready for our push. Baghdad area traffic, Skyways, 5556 scan, B24, push and start, facing north. One thing I will quickly do, is try to see what the best way to do this is. I don't want to get pushed too far onto the grass. Go to 120, Yeah, something like that'll do.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, flight deck.
We are ready for pushback and engine start.
Roger. Release the parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes released.
Pushing back.
Hear them give the little beep beep on the truck. So as soon as he gives us the clear to start, we will fire up engine number 2.
You're clear behind, and you can start your engines at your discretion.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the front of
Starting
the
engine number
aircraft
2.
for safety demonstration. When the seatbelt light is on, please make sure that your seatbelt is fastened low and tight across your lap. To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another. Tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper
N1
portion
rotation.
of the buckle. In the event that the seatbelt light is not on, we suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened in case of unexpected turbulence. There are several emergency exits on this aircraft. Please take a few moments now to locate your nearest exit. In some cases, your nearest exit may be behind you. If we need to evacuate the aircraft, floor-level lighting will guide you towards the exit. In the event of a loss of cabin pressure, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you. Start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you, and place it firmly over your nose and mouth. Secure the elastic band behind the head and tighten the straps if necessary. And don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate, oxygen is flowing to the mask, and you can breathe normally. If you're traveling with children, now's the time to pick your favorite one, but secure your mask and then assist others. To remove it. In the
Let's get back
unlikely
up
event
front.
of a water landing, a life vest
Good
is
start.
located in the
Starting
pouch
engine
under
number
the
1.
seat or between the armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic.
Pushback complete. Set parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes set.
Roger. Okay, tow bar is disconnected and the equipment is clear.
Thanks, and you can disconnect and go to hand signals.
Thanks. Have a good flight. See you later.
Alrighty.
Destroying the smoke detectors located in the lavatories is strictly prohibited by law. All of this information can be
Looks
found
like
in
both
the safety
engines
card located
are
in the
up
seat
and
back
running.
in front of you. Please read it and let a cabin member know if you have any questions. Thank you for flying with us again, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
There, and engine 1 is available. So we look up on top. Generators 1 and 2 are on, no faults. Ignition mode selector switch to normal. Probe heats are on auto. Entity ice not required. Packs 1 and 2 are both on, no fault. Flaps are set 1F. Trim 0.1 up. And flight controls: full left, full right, neutral, full forward, full back, neutral, left rudder, right rudder, neutral. APU bleed and APU is now coming off. FCP is set for departure. Engine instruments are checked and all within tolerances. I'm going to kill the dome light. Engage the tiller. Taxi light is on. Auto brake set to max. Baghdad area traffic. Skyways 5556 taxiing from the apron to runway 15 left via Whiskey Sierra holding short Sierra 6. Baghdad. Release the brakes. And let's head out to the runway. We're fairly loaded, so it takes a little bit of power to get us going. hopefully in a few more flights we'll start running into
The
sunrises.
cabin lights will be dimmed for departure and landing. If you require additional lighting, there's a reading light on the panel above you.
Get some sunrises on our arrivals. We'll arm the spoilers and TO config is done.
Ready to go.
Cabin is ready to go. We're heading out here to Whiskey. So now they've made a few changes in the aircraft, a couple sound issues, some of the flight dynamics, that too steep path we kept getting warned about and all. They said they've addressed that. So hopefully everything is fixed on that now. Pick up our speed slightly. Just reading some notes for the airfield here, and it looks like they've got some solar powered airport lighting on one of the runways. And apparently they're not fully bright like they are full electrical powered ones. So they at night it's only used by the military using night vision goggles and stuff. Interesting. Anyway, we're approaching the end of the runway here. So our engines to idle, just rolling at the moment. We'll make the turn, come up to the whole short line. Configure for takeoff. All right. I do like the tiller system for taxiing. It makes things so much easier. So V speeds are checked. FCP radios and nav data are all checked and good. Takeoff nose light, or departure nose light goes to takeoff. Strobe lights coming on. Runway turnoff lights on. Landing lights are on. Transponder is on, and TCAS is on. Baghdad area traffic, Skyways 5556, taking position, runway 15 left, Baghdad. Stumbling over my words. Alright, let's move out. We get lined up. Again, this is a massive runway for this airplane, so no concerns about having enough distance here. I do like how the green lights do not take you to the center, but that's fine. Maybe we'll do it manually. There we go. Nice long straight runway. Alright, the clock's running and runway is confirmed. Bringing the engines up to 40%. Baghdad area traffic, Skyways 5556, rolling runway 15 left, departure to the south. 40% stable, brakes released, aircraft moving. Manflex, SRS, and runway enabled. Knots. G1 rotate. It's positive rate. Gear up. Autopilot engaged. Positive rate. Autopilot's on. We're not into flap retraction yet. Ground spoilers are disarmed. There's our turn. Thrust climb set. Turning on course. There's Baghdad. There's that speed, flaps retracting, and we're heading up to 250 knots. Runway turn-off lights are off, taxi lights off. Accelerating now to 250 knots. Cleared 25,000 feet. See that dusty haze out there? Coming up for 7,000 feet. Good rate of climb going. Cabin is depressurizing normally. It's 8,000 feet. And here comes 10,000. Landing lights are off. Seatbelt
Gentlemen, we
signs
have now passed 10,000
off.
feet. You may now turn on your larger portable electronic devices. This is also a reminder to please keep your seatbelt fastened while you're seated and do not congregate in the galleys or near the lavatory. This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. You will be required to pay a small fee if you wish to access it. We do offer complimentary in-flight TV thanks to our partners. Connect to the Wi-Fi and you'll be able to access our wide range of free live TV and paid movies library.
Alright, so they just made the announcement about the in-flight entertainment.
The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can now get up and move around the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when seated in case of unexpected turbulence.
Yeah, I can tell, Brian, that they've made a couple little adjustments in the sounds. I'm hearing the wind rushing a little bit more. It's okay so far. I haven't gotten any of those too steep messages, although we're, climbing out. Seems fine. No major issues. It's 12,500 feet. So we're on course here, and then we're going to make a bit of a right turn and then head down. If we look at the map, Persian Gulf, down across the Gulf, all the way down to Dubai. So that's the route we're taking. I'll leave the map up. I'm going to let her climb out since there is no ATC on. I'll set us to 370. No, we'll go back into manage mode. 370, we're going to set our pressure over to standard. And we're just going to continue our climb out. Again, there's not much to see if we go outside. It's pretty flat, not a lot. So we'll stay up in the cockpit. I'll set our view to something like this. And we'll bring up the in-flight entertainment. So please avail yourselves of the galley and the drinks cart. Food and drink is available. Enjoy the movie, and we'll catch up with you for the descent briefing.
everyone's there. The world at the fair. From France to Australia, from Maine to Westphalia, oh, everyone's there. You're sure to meet Tom, Dick, and Harry, and maybe the one you'll eventually marry. If you should be there, you'll never regret it, and never forget it, for the whole world has a fair.
Brandy. Oh, ain't that wonderful? Nope. Gosh, I'm kind of thirsty. How about you? Uh-huh. Oh. Well. Look at that. Well, I never. Fresh, too. Well. Think I'll tidy up a bit. Uh-huh. See you later, Elmer. All right, Brandy. Well, what in tarnation? Hey! Look out there. What you doing? Yeah, oh. Oh. Thanks. Coleman kind of cheeky with it. Oh. Some service. Yep. Oh. There you are. Oh. Well. Yep. Nice. Pretty good. Come on. Learn to dance again. This is fun. Guess I'll learn how to dance too. Come on, big ballhead. Swing it. 23 ski-doo. Yes, sirree, Bob. Let yourself go. Flatfoot farmer and a plow, plow. A flatfoot farmer and a plow, plow. Swing your partner. To and fro, route you go. Well, what's this? Oh. Look what I got, Randy. New gas bucket. Get in, Randy. Let's go, Elmer. Come on, dog biscuit, we're off.
Jack, you're good as gold. There he goes. But to where nobody knows. Long is the beanstalk and short is little Jack. The long and short of it is he ever coming back?
Come in. Oh, it's you. I'm sorry, Arthur. I thought it was the babysitter.
Just what do you have against babysitters?
Why, nothing.
Nothing.
It's a psychological stumbling block. The juvenile mind resents the restraints of adult authority.
You ever had the feeling you're too old for your age?
Physically, I'm only 8. Mentally, the doctors refuse to believe it. Why do you bring my sister flowers? Because you want to marry her?
It's all part of the racket. Where is Eloise?
Putting on her lipstick so you can kiss it off.
Come on, young fella. I'll put you to bed. Or your sister and I are going to be late for dress rehearsal.
Why do I have to go to bed? Only children go to bed this early.
Arthur, I didn't hear you come in.
You should have. I made quite an entrance, thanks to Junior.
Donald, didn't you promise Mother and Dad you'd be a good boy?
I am being good. It just happens that their standards are much higher than mine.
Where's his babysitter?
His sitter? Well, Donald, go in and wash your teeth and go to bed. And don't wake your baby sister.
What's the matter?
No babysitter.
There are dozens of babysitters in the neighborhood.
Well, not for my dear brother. He's been declared out of bounds.
Have you tried the employment agencies?
They don't have babysitters. Well, it looks like my understudy will have to go on tonight.
Start calling every employment agency till you find one that's open. Get somebody, anybody.
It sounds like a bad idea, but I'll do it.
And I'll handle my pal Donald.
Pretty reckless driving.
I'll say it is. You ought to watch where you're going, big boy. What are you trying to do, get away?
Out of my way, shorty. I ought to run you in for this.
You're big enough to carry me in.
Officer, we're terribly sorry. Well, all right, but don't let this happen again. Now get off of my car. What are you going to do with that?
Put it away.
Well, keep it there.
Yes? Uh-huh. I'd better hang up. We've been talking for 10 minutes. Here comes my heavy date for tonight. Bye.
Who you calling a heavy date?
You? Can you wait outside for 5 minutes? Or will you get a ticket?
Well, if I do, I can get it fixed. I have influence.
Don't do that.
Why don't you look where you're going? See you outside, baby.
What do you see in a tall, dark, handsome fella?
Plenty.
Girls never say that to me.
What do they say to you?
Shh, nothing mixed up.
Cosman Employment Agency. Yes, I have been on the phone for quite a while. I'm sorry, we don't list babysitters.
Just a minute, lady. You are looking at the world's greatest babysitter.
That's right,
Yeah?
miss.
Sure. He is the best.
Where do you fit into this?
Oh, I'm his agent. Yes. He lets me keep 10% of everything I earn.
I'm sorry I took so long, but fortunately a professional babysitter just came in. May I have your address, please? Thank you. He'll be right out. Goodbye.
Oh, thank you, miss. Gee, you're wonderful. I like girls like you. Eyes of blue and 5 feet 2. Timber!
Sorry to be late. It's okay. Shall we go?
You mean you and I are going out together? You see, Dink, I have a way with girls. Please. Now listen.
Yes, Daddy.
He's so big. Come on, we've got to babysit. Get with it. Why are you so clumsy? I'm excited. Why? This is my first job. Gee, I hope he's a sweet child. Oh. I love children. Come on.
It's about time they got here.
Are you the...
Babysitter? He sure is. You're kind of big for a baby.
You're not for me.
Rejected again. I guess it isn't my night.
Won't you come in?
Sure. Well, we'll be plenty comfortable here.
Well, it's too late to get anyone else. Have you had much experience with babies?
Oh, yes, sir. I've been a baby all my life. Don't you worry about Jack. The kids just love him. He makes them feel so superior. In which they are. Sure.
Well, they're both sound asleep, and I'm sure you won't hear a sound out of them all night. But if you need anything...
Oh, no, madam. I won't need a thing. I'm prepared for everything.
No one's prepared for Donald.
Well, good luck, and we'll be home after 11.
Oh, you're going out right now? Oh, costumes. Going to a masquerade ball?
No, playing.
Play? Kids are going to play. May I see out the doors? Excuse me. May I help you? Oh, miss, in case I want to see the children, just where are they?
Oh, they're in the bedroom down the hall.
Thank you. Okay. High class, huh? Music to my ears. My first victim. Judy Coles. See you, Mr. Dingle. This calls for action. Quiet. Want to wake up your sweet little brother? No one seems to be in trouble. Have a nice nap. This is my real business. I know kids. Good night.
Get me a glass of milk.
What'd you say?
I said get me a glass of milk.
This is unbelievable. This kid talks better than me.
You're not very bright.
I'm sorry, kid. What school did you go to?
The baby isn't talking. I am.
I know you're talking, but who?
I'm talking over here.
This kid ain't even moving her lips. This is a baby ventriloquist.
I'm talking over here.
I know it's you. I mean, you're... You!
In a few moments, we'll be starting our in-flight
What's your name?
service. We will be serving complimentary...
Are you a good boy?
No, it's not my
back
nature.
for our list of
I'm a
complimentary
problem child.
Premium drinks are available for a
Hello,
small
kids.
charge.
Problem
If
child.
you wish to make an
Just like
additional
me, I think.
purchase, please note that we only accept...
Would you like to have me
credit
read you a story before you fall asleep?
That's been tried too.
Oh, this kid can try too. I'm telling you. I oughta. Jack and the Beanstalk. That's my favorite novel. Donald, can I read this to you?
Well, I want to keep you happy. Let's hear how it goes.
Thank you, Donald. Once upon a time. That's pretty exciting, isn't it? Once upon a time, a whole village was
terrorized.
Yeah. Yeah. The whole village was terrorized by a
Ferocious.
Yeah. Donald, do me a favor. This is a very exciting book about the giant and everything. Will you read it to me, please? I can't get over the big words.
Only because I'm fascinated by you. Here, hold my club.
Yes, fascinated.
Once upon a time, a whole village was terrorized by a ferocious giant who lived in a castle in the sky. In this village lived a simple peasant boy named Jack and his widowed mother. They had come upon hard times because of the giant. One day, Jack was told to bring their only cow to the market and sell him for food. Jack, being a very stupid boy, sold him.
Princess Eloise. Your Highness.
I wonder if I could have a glass of water.
Yes, Your Highness. See anything, Billy? Oh, Princess, I would have brung you the water.
I'm a little tired of people waiting on me. It must be wonderful to be allowed to do everything you want to, whenever you want to.
Oh, you don't get around much, do you?
Well, what do you mean?
You mean you haven't heard? There's no food in the village. The giant, he's taken everything. He's even taken your father's crown jewels, didn't he?
That's why I have to marry Prince Arthur.
Well, isn't it a love match?
I've never even seen him. But his people have money. Did you ever have to marry a man you've never seen?
They tell me I'm a boy.
Thank you for the water.
Thank you, Your Highness. And Princess, remember, have courage. Fear nothing when you're in the right. That's my motto.
Jack!
Yes, Mother?
Jack, you must stop talking to yourself.
I wasn't talking to myself, Mother. I was talking to the Princess Eloise.
Princesses don't talk to peasant boys. Oh, Jack, when are you going to grow up and get some sense?
Does one go with the other?
Jack, I've come to a very important decision.
You're not going to give me away.
No. If we're not to starve, I'll have to sell our last valuable possession.
No, you're not going to sell the cow.
She has to go. Fetch me a pail of water, and then be on your way.
Yes, Mother. Now, look, Henry. This is the last time I'm going to let you look. You look beautiful. You and I are going to part very soon. You are the only thing I love. Now, this is the last look you're going to get, Henry. Take a look. Don't you look pretty? Oh, parting is such sorrow. We gotta go, Henry.
Oh, boy. Tell me, young fellow, will this road take me to the royal palace?
No, sir, but your horse will. Say, you're Prince Arthur.
So they tell me.
Oh, boy, will the princess be surprised.
Princess Eloise?
Mm-hmm. You should have heard what she said about you this morning.
No worse than I said about her. Any girl who will marry a man for his father's money.
Uh-oh. The giant! It's the giant, Henry. But you're safe with me. I won't let him take you. See? What did I tell you, Henry? I protected you. Now look, Henry, I gotta go tell the Prince about the bad giant they hear. Hey, Prince, where did you go? Oh, come on, this is no time to play games. Oh, Prince! Oh, Prince! Hey, Prince! He's a rough one, Henry.
But why don't you have any cloth?
My good woman, for cloth you need wool, and for wool you need sheep, and someone stole all our sheep.
Oh, I don't believe that silly story about the giant.
Oh, there's a giant, all right, Mrs. Murgatroyd, because I saw him.
You see a lot of things that other people don't.
Did you really see him, Jack?
I saw his shadow.
How do you know it was the giant shadow?
That's a very good question. Goodbye.
Where are you taking that cow?
I'm gonna take my cow to Mr. Dinklepuss the butcher.
What's all the excitement?
You have a whole cow, and don't you try to deceive us. You're not going to hold this one for the black market. The idea of selling those less sirloin steaks for 7 cents a pound. There ought to be a law.
Oh, ladies, I haven't seen a cow around here for months. But you bring somebody to me with such an animal, I'll reward him like he's never been rewarded in his life. I'll make him rich, richer beyond his dreams. I'll pour gold into his pocket. I'll pour gold so deep that... Wait a minute, not that scrawny animal. You're not trying to pawn him off to me as first-grade beef. Why, I would let my worst customer use him for stew.
Her. And I love Henry.
Well, everybody to their taste, but come inside, Jack, and I'll give you the best deal that I can afford.
Come on, Henry.
Imagine that. I mean, all the beef we haven't had to cook this big cow. I'd like to get some of that.
What's he doing? Hey, what's the idea of that?
Well, I don't want everyone to know how generous I am.
Oh, how much you gonna give me for the cow?
What, you're asking money for that wonderful animal? I was going to give you beans.
What do I want with beans?
What do you want with my magic beans? I should have my head examined. Trying to make you rich. Money you're asking for, eh? I'll give you money. Worthless money. How much you want? Any price at all. How much?
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Dinklepuss. I don't want that worthless money. Either I get the magic beans or I take Henry home.
Oh, you strike a hard bargain, boy.
No beans, no cow.
Well, I know when I'm licked. Now, come on out in the garden. I keep my beans hidden out there. Come on. Magic beans.
You gotta get up awfully early in the morning to put anything over on me. Come on, Henry. Let's go, Henry.
1, 2, 3, 4. They must be around here someplace. You've got to keep them buried, you know. You can't let the village know where these magic beans are. They're priceless. There they are. My magic beans. Don't tell anybody that I gave them to you. Will you?
Yes, sir.
Shh, it's a secret. But I'll never realize, I'll never know how you ever talked me out of them.
Mr. Dinklepuss.
What?
Can I say goodbye to Henry?
Well, surely, go ahead.
Alone?
Alone? Right ahead.
I gotta say goodbye now. Be a good boy for Mr. Dinklepuss. Do you mind if I kiss you goodbye, Henry? Kiss.
stolen the princess.
Henry, you hear what they're yelling? The giant has kidnapped the princess. Goodbye, Henry.
I've been robbed.
Mother! Mother! A terrible thing has happened.
Oh, somebody swindled you out of our cow.
Oh, no. I made a nice deal for Henry. But the giant kidnapped the princess and is holding her for ransom.
Oh, the poor girl. I'll gladly contribute the money you got for the cow.
Money? Only a fool would take worthless money for such a valuable animal. I got 5 magic beans.
Oh, Jack. Why is it whenever I send you on an errand, you always do the wrong thing?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 magic beans. Ain't I a smart boy for outsmarting a butcher?
You were indeed. Plant the beans, my boy. Maybe they'll grow something that we can eat.
Mother,
Plant the beans, Jack.
I'll plant the beans. I'll plant them. Oh, you're not ordinary beans, are you? Please, beans. Will you grow like magic beans? So I can prove to my mother and everybody else that I'm not addle-brained like they think I am? Or am I? Oh, magic beans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Grow. Please grow.
Jack, will you please go to bed?
Yes, Mother. Please grow for me, magic beans. Please. Mother. Look! Look! The beanstalk! I tell you all, I grew this beanstalk last night with 5 beans that I planted. 5 magic beans.
Jack, dear, please stop repeating that nonsense.
Mother, this isn't nonsense. This is the truth.
Hey, are those the beans that I gave you for that cow that disappeared?
You mean Henry ran away?
Yes, and I want my beans back.
Don't you dare disturb that beanstalk. It might lead up to the giant's castle.
So what?
So what? Maybe a brave boy will climb that beanstalk and kill the giant and save the princess and live happily ever after.
Oh, no, Jack. The giant will kill you like he did your poor father.
Have no fear, Mother. I'm gonna climb that beanstalk, and I'm gonna kill the giant and avenge my father. And then I'm gonna save the princess. And while I'm up there, I'll look for our little Nellie.
You mean this boy had a sister? You poor unfortunate woman.
Oh, no, Nellie was our hen who laid the golden eggs.
A hen that lays a golden egg?
14 carat.
Up there?
Oh, sure.
Well, let me help you, my boy.
Goodbye, Mother.
I'll go along with you.
Goodbye, Mother.
That's the boy. Take your time now. There we go.
Goodbye, Mother.
Don't worry, Mrs. Strong. He won't be back. Oh, you don't understand. He wasn't much, but he was all I had.
There goes Jack, the reckless fool, scooting up the beanstalk, and with another fool.
Maybe tonight the tool will be bottled in alcohol.
There goes Jack, the village loon, and almost up the beanstalk,
Scampering to the moon.
doesn't know what he's doing.
He's hurrying to his ruin.
No giant finds it bothersome to grapple with the midget.
He'll pinion Jack beneath his thumb and spank him with a digit.
Spank him with a digit. Jack and the beanstalk will long remember when they shaded up the stalk to hear the giant in his den. Once up the beanstalk, if Jack set a bun, then Jack remember Jack, be quick, or Jack, your good is gone. There he goes. To where nobody knows. Long is the beanstalk and short is little Jack. The long and short of it is he ever coming back? Jack and the beanstalk, there goes Jack.
But is Jack ever coming back?
I'll be back, and when I reappear with the giant by the beard, you will tell the kids the legend of the famous giant killer Come on, Mr. Digglepuss. Here.
George. Take it easy.
Let's go.
The giant! I'm the butcher.
Well, cut me up.
Mr. Digglepuss, what?
The giant's castle.
Hey, you're right. Look at it. Come on. We're in giant land.
Wait a minute. Look at those footprints.
Uh-oh.
We must be getting close to the giant. Come on. Mr. Dinklepuss.
Now, wait a minute. Are you sure that hen Nellie lays golden eggs?
Uh-huh.
14 carat?
Uh-huh.
Well, then don't be afraid.
I won't.
Just follow me.
Mr. Digglepuss.
What's the matter?
How come your shadow is bigger than mine?
Well, the taller you are, the taller your shadow. You see, that's a basic principle of mathematics.
I am shorter than you. Therefore, my shadow should be smaller than yours. Mathematically speaking, right?
Right. Why?
My shadow is making a fool out of your mathematics.
Why, that's impossible. That can't be your shadow.
No? Well, watch this.
Amazing.
You think so? Now watch this.
Can you imagine that? Now, if I didn't see this with my own eyes, I wouldn't believe it. It's absolute... It's a... Hey. What? This...
Hey, Mr. Digglepuss, you gotta look at this. This is terrific. Mr. Digglepuss. Mr. Digglepuss! Oh, I think he's afraid of my shadow. Why you be like me? I'm brave because I fear nothing when I am in the right. Whoever pushes me around will find me full of fight. I fear nothing when I do nothing wrong, and so I toddle on my way and sing a merry song. I'll be defiant and be obstreperous if any giant should try to salt and pepper us, and I'll rise up to my fullest height, 'cause I fear absolutely nothing when I'm in the right. A man believes what he believes.
And by these principles, a man must stand.
A time will come for rolled up sleeves,
And it might help to have a fist on hand.
if I believe that I am right. There's only one thing to be done. I don't go looking for a fight, but I have never run away from one.
But only fools will take a dare.
And there are things that only fools defy.
If you smell trouble in the air,
I'll hold my breath till a breeze blows by. I'll snore defiance like some rhinoceros, afraid of giants. Now isn't that preposterous? I find courage a thing of great delight. Sing feely and feely, I would steady-handed steely. I fear nothing when I am in the right.
How did you get here before me?
I made a new path through the forest.
Did you see what I saw? Did you see that giant? He's as big as the trees. Please, why did you ever talk me into this thing?
I didn't talk you into this.
Now listen, you know my reputation in the village. You know I had to listen to you. Why did I ever let you do it? Why did you do it? Don't stand there with your mouth wide open. Say something.
Mr. Dinklepuss, I'm up here to save the princess.
The princess?
We gotta save her.
You're right.
There's the castle. Let's go.
Come on. What am I doing? Go ahead.
Thank you.
Oh, it's beautiful. But it's a trifle too small for me.
A trifle, she says. Glory be, I do wish I knew why the master keeps a wench like you around.
He likes my cooking. And I don't want to hear another word out of you.
Oh, cuckoo. Can you make an Irish stew? Can you boil a potato like my poor mother used to boil them?
I can put you back in the cupboard if you don't shut up.
And I can tell the master you never put the princess in her cell, like he told you to.
You win this time.
Catching always wins. Come back to where my morning. Ah, it's in fine voice I am today.
I still can't believe that harp talks.
He talks too much.
How do I look?
Ready to be locked up.
Or do I have to be?
Orders, me dainty beauty. Orders.
Unfortunately, he's right.
I meant to ask you, are you the giant's wife?
Heavens no. I'm his housekeeper. He stole me last year from another kingdom.
Well, what'll he do with me?
Release you for ransom money, perhaps.
And if there is no ransom money?
You'd make a lovely Sunday dinner.
Music? In a dungeon like this?
Thank you for calling it music, whoever you may be.
Who is he?
A troubadour the giant picked up yesterday.
Who are you?
Just a girl from the village below.
What's your name?
Darlene.
Are you as pretty as your name? My guess is yes.
That's a nice melody. Are there words to it?
Not yet, but there can be by tonight. What will you be doing?
What did you have in mind?
A rendezvous in the garden? I'll speak to the giant about it.
I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread.
Mister, if I'm too heavy for you, I just sleepwalk.
Me too. Take me with you.
Open the door! Open the door! Open it! Here's some extra help for the kitchen.
You're a little one, aren't you?
But I grow on people.
Bless you, me boy, bless you.
What's that? What do you know? A talking harp.
You said that? I said bless you. And I'm sorry now that I see your silly little face a bit closer.
Oh, I mean...
Thank you, master. Oh, 'tis a sight for sore eyes, it is, yeah.
Thank you, Patrick. Well, I'm off to hunt in the forest.
Will you want any supper?
Just a midnight snack.
Anyone we know?
Could be. What's the matter with you?
Did you hear that? I hope it's not me.
Well, what's the matter with you?
You're standing on my foot!
Come with me.
I'll
show you what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, you show me and I'll show him.
Make the little fat one work till his back breaks. Oh, I love the sound of cracking bones.
You're a bad harp, and you're gonna have a bad end.
Sticks and stones, sticks and stones.
All right, Blabbermouth. Into the cupboard you go.
Don't you dare put me in that dark cupboard again. Don't you dare. 1,000 curses on you, and I'll have me revenge. Come back to where in the morning, 1,000 curses on you, Master Mac.
That harp had very bad banging up.
You must be hungry. Would you like a glass of milk before supper's ready?
Thanks.
Thank you, miss. Or is it Mrs.?
It's Miss. Why?
Well, when I look at you...
Now, wait, now. You're too young to go out with girls.
Yeah, but this might age me fast. Here's to us.
Now, leave that alone.
You don't lose any of it.
Well, don't get hoggish.
To us.
What? Why, you sweep me off my feet.
I'd need a little help for that. Well, here. It's Henry's. She's here.
How do you know?
No other milk ever tasted this pleasant. Where is she?
There's plenty of time for that, but I have an idea how we can escape if you're interested.
We're interested. Not me. Not unless I can take along the princess.
Does she mean that much to you?
Oh, no. You jealous? You needn't be. I promised my mother that I would return home with the princess. And after all, a boy's best mother is his friend. Huh? Is that right? Now!
Your song's finished.
My song?
Listen.
It's mush.
Jack!
Princess!
Shh, don't call me Dad.
What do you hear? Incognito?
Well, sort of. There's a young man in the next cell, and I don't want him to know who I am.
Why not?
All my life I wanted someone to know me as me, not as Princess Eloise.
You have but to command, Your Highness. Here, eat this. That will make you good and strong so we can sail it over the wall.
Sail me over the wall?
Yes, we're going to build catapults out in the garden. And the housekeeper, she thought of it. She's on our side.
Oh, wonderful. You don't suppose she'd let us out tonight for a rendezvous in the garden?
Princess, I didn't think that you cared for me.
Not you. I meant the young man I told you about.
Oh. Well, if I approve, after all, I am one of your royal subjects. And I do so want to see our princess go out with the right fellow. Goodbye, Your Highness. Ooh. Prince Arthur, I wondered what happened to you.
Say, aren't you the young fellow with the cow?
I'm alone now. Here's your supper.
I guess the princess was disappointed when I didn't show up for the wedding.
I never saw a girl cry so much in her life. What are you whispering for?
I don't want the girl in the other cell to know I'm a prince.
You know?
No, look, you seem to have some influence around here.
You don't suppose you could let you out tonight so you could have a rendezvous in the garden?
How did you know?
It's a secret. But first of all, I'll have to get you some other clothes, because the clothes you have on make you look too much like a prince. Prince? Your Highness, excuse me. I'm sorry.
What have you decided?
Well, his parents don't have the background of yours, but he's a wonderful fellow, and your loyal subject approves.
Thank you, Jack.
Just got through telling the housekeeper, and now I'm going to tell you.
What's on your mind?
The prince is not the prince, and the princess is not the princess.
Then who are they?
Just a boy and girl in love. Tonight, I want you to order a full moon and keep the stars shining bright. History is going to be made tonight.
Princess.
Mr. Dinklepuss, I just got through telling you. She's not the princess. She's Darlene. Aren't you, princess?
Are these the catapults?
Yes, this is my own creation. You see, all you have to do is get on here. I cut the rope, and zoom, you go right over the wall.
Will it work?
She's asking me, will it work?
I'm asking you, too. Will it work?
Will it work? Get on here, Jack.
Wait a minute. Is it dangerous?
Well, it's far too dangerous for a human being. But get on here. I'll show you what will work.
Wait a minute. Too dangerous. Much too dangerous for a human being. Come, princess. I mean, Darlene.
Oh, it's a lovely night to be somebody else. Tell me, what's he like?
He sings very pretty.
Oh, I know, but shall I let him kiss me if he tries?
Oh, princess. Why not?
I have your word you won't try to escape.
You have my word.
Jack!
He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me.
Stop right there. Don't take a chance.
You're...
And you're...
That's right.
Is it?
I didn't expect somebody so...
Neither did I.
Won't you?
Sit down.
Thank you, I will.
Would I be bold if I...
If you put your arm around me?
There's a dreamer's cloth that dreamers weave, a tapestry of make-believe, the fine brocade of all your schemes, exquisite fabric from the mill of dreams. The threads are golden, of silken strands, but not to hold in these eager hands. Maybe
he's kissing her. I mean, she's kissing him. They're in love.
Dan?
Yes.
Doing with a hammer. I'm gonna tap every one of those hens till I find the one that lays the golden egg.
I want a cricket? No! I'm sick and tired of that line.
Mr. Dinklepuss? Yes?
Did you find out yet?
Not yet. Have you got that chicken food mixed up yet?
Oh, we'll be soon. And where did you see the eggs they lay?
Well, hurry up. I've got to get to the catapults.
Mr. Dinklepuss.
Well, feed the chickens.
I will.
Go ahead, feed it to them.
Okay. Chicken. Good morning to you, Master. Eden Cobra.
Good morning, Hawk. Housekeeper. Where's my breakfast?
On the way.
And bring me my favorite hen.
And what, heaven forbid, do you see in that white-feathered biddy?
Golden eggs, Patrick. Solid golden eggs.
The cells are unlocked and I put the keys back.
The whispering master. What are they whispering about?
Oh, I hate him.
Please take care of yourself.
I think she's worried. She cares for me.
Where's my breakfast?
Beautiful they are, but can they bring you happiness?
How'd that little one get in here? Where's my breakfast?
You heard the giant. Can I help you put him away?
Can I trust you?
Why, what a ridiculous question.
Can I trust you?
Well, frankly, no.
My jewel of jewels.
My jewel of jewels. What can she do that I can't do?
Can you lay a golden egg?
I shudder at the thought.
Show him how talented you are. Lay, hen, lay.
It's only gold.
It's my main source of wealth. Take her away. You.
Yes, sir.
I like a dishonest man who admits it. Carry these jewels back to the vault. She'll show you where it is.
Yes, sir.
Do I or don't I get my breakfast?
Yes, sir.
Man could starve around here. Make me a small omelet.
2 eggs?
22.
2. Fresh laid this morning. I fixed them special breakfast food myself.
What's all that shooting around here?
Don't ask me, ask the eggs.
Eggs don't explode.
Oh, no? Oh, listen.
I can't eat you. Ruin my appetite.
Oh, Mr. Giant, you should eat something.
Yeah.
No. No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. No. Mr. Decompose! Mr. Decompose!
Boy, when the giant gets that in his stomach.
I'll go get the giant.
Fee-fi-fo-fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I grind his bones and make my bread.
5556, Louis flight level 370, inbound for the VTUP 3 Bravo, arrival runway 12.
The prince and the princess, they're trying to escape.
Let them.
They've taken your jewels and your hen that lays the golden egg.
The scoundrels! Keep him solid.
Who's trying to steal my treasures?
We are. What about it? Nice work, Mr. Digglepuss. Hey, get everybody ready. Get the catapults all set, and I'll take care of him. Come on. Polly, get the chains. Hurry up. Hurry up, Polly. I want to get them all tied up. Hold up, Polly. Hold up. All my stuff. All my stuff. Thank you. Okay, Polly. Okay. Go upstairs now. I'll take care of him. Oh, you still hurt. Oh! Oh! It's locked.
Well, unfortunately, we'll have to catch the end of that next time on a different flight. Bit of a weather change. The winds have picked up and gone from 1 or 2 knots variable to coming out of the southeast. So we've changed runways around. We're going to be landing on runway 1 to left now. We're descending downward through 30,000 feet. We're going to put seatbelt signs on in the back, and the cabin crew can start getting themselves set up for the arrival. You see the coast.
Gentlemen, the flight crew has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please return to your seats and fasten your seatbelt.
All lit up there as we come in. We're going to be doing like a kind of box pattern, as you can see on the display here, and we'll be flying the procedure as it's published. So if we come down to the charts here, we can pull up the new charts. We'll come to our arrival. We're no longer going in on the 3 Delta, we're going in now on the 3 Bravo. So we'll star that and bring it up. And you see we're going to come into VTub. We're now then going to head over to Nvidia. We'll go out to the coast and turn back out, come around and in, getting ready for the arrival. And again, the runway that we'll be going into this time, collapse this down, come into approach, is the ILS for runway 1 to left. And there we have the information there. So 2,000 foot when we come in over the water, and we'll be coming in to land. And we have a 212 foot barrow for the arrival. But for now, we'll go back to our route page so we can see where we are now. So we're tracking in nicely, coming in over some of the remote islands here. And the whole of Dubai is lit up. So I wonder how many of the sites we'll see as we come in. I would assume it is about 2 or 3 in the morning. So either a very early arrival or a very late one. Oh, looks like they want some more drag, so we'll go half spoilers. Or speed brake. Start slowing down. .22,000 feet coming up. first altitude restriction is we have to be below 12,000 feet at VTub. And then it's a slow descent as we come in for the rest of the arrival. Speed brakes in. Let her find her natural path again. So we're below 20,000 feet. Let's give him a ding in the back. Let him know. Kill the dome light now. And we can start getting ourselves lined up and eyes adjusted for the landing. So I'm going to bring up the other chart. Dubai, arrival, actually start, and you can go away, and you can go away. It's going to be that one there. So there is traffic here at Dubai. We've got nobody departing, but there's 3 inbound flights, one coming in from the Philippines, one coming in from Chicago, and us, but the other flights are kind of far back, so they're not really a concern at the moment. So we're cleared down through transition. Let's do a weather check. Yeah, 1012, winds 160 at 4. So we're going to switch over to 1012. Local pressure. It is hot, 28 degrees. We'll have to kind of bear that in mind. We are doing a full flaps landing, so that's not going to be an issue. We're heading into VTub now. We have a speed restriction of 230 knots there. We do have deceleration points, so it should bring us down on its own. Called it VTub, it's VTEB. That's the waypoint. You can see the path we're going to be following as we work our way down. – 12,000 feet at VTEB should not be an issue. Speed's starting to come back. Just 12,000 feet. Dubai area traffic Skyways 5556 at VTub, 12,000 feet. Descending on the VTub 3 Bravo, arrival runway 12 left, Dubai. Speed coming back now. We'll let the aircraft do its thing. We have a lot of below altitude restrictions. If we come over here and put on our constraints, you can see them. 230 knots below 10,000 feet, 230 knots. Below 7,000, then there's a 210 restriction. And we've got a 185 restriction over here at Passev. There's the Dubai coastline. I think that's Palm Island over there. Big palm tree island. There's downtown. Should be a lot of big buildings in there. The airport should be over here somewhere. Should see it a bit more as we get closer. There we are heading in. Famous Dubai coast. Speed's 230. So arrival and weather data is set. MCD approach page is complete. Radios are set. Anti-ice not required. FCP is set. Altimeters are set.
We have begun our final descent into Dubai. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you.
Our approach is brief.
All
Throttle
Wi-Fi
brakes
related tasks
are
and stow
low.
any larger electronics.
Speed brakes are now armed. Altimeters were already transitioned over. Below 10,000 feet. So landing lights coming on. Turn off lights coming on. I'll leave the taxi light off. We'll ding the back. Just to let them know. And everything else is good at the moment. That's not our airport. That's another one. Our airport's over here. This is a very typical entry here at Dubai. These long arrivals. I've come down to the rad nav. We can check to make sure we're tuned in properly. So 110.1. 110.1 is correct. IDBL is correct. And 119 degrees is also correct. So that is all set up. Our green speed, or clean speed is 207. We're kind of doing that right now anyway. Maybe a 210 knot restriction coming up. So we're going to go activate approach phase. Going to come back to green speed anyway. There's our airport. Dubai International. Speed holding at green speed. couple of the buildings out there are loading in. Definitely make out those island residential areas a little bit better. In a second, we're going to turn back outbound on our downwind leg. There we go. I remember flying into London once after we were delayed for several hours due to heavy fog, and when we flew in, I guess the fog layer had raised up enough that they could bring us in, but the top of the fog layer was a perfectly smooth layer of white, and as we came in, you could look out and see all the aircraft on the patterns coming in, holding and flying the approaches and everything. It was like having it laid out on a clean sheet of paper in front of you. It's pretty neat. So there's the northern Dubai. Some buildings down there. Can't miss it. Definitely lit up the area. There's our outbound turn. There we go. Everything is looking good. Yeah, that's a neat thing when you look out. I did a landing once at Dallas Fort Worth, and there was 3 runways in use, and from where I was sitting I could look out both sides of the aircraft and see airplanes paralleling us down to their runways. It was an awesome look, awesome view. Although I still got to say my favorite view on arrival was when I was 11, sitting in the cockpit of a Vickers Viscount flying into Aberdeen Dice Airport. That was pretty cool. Still slowly descending. Still a lot of track miles to do here. I mean, this would be pretty cool on a VATSim event or something, having everyone up on TCAS and having like a line of planes coming in. Of course, there's one on the other side that does the same thing on the south side of the airport, and it would bring you in on 1 to right, so you can do parallel approaches and stuff. Yeah. It's funny, when I flew back from Edmonton back in August, flying into Toronto. I knew exactly how they were coming in, and you can sit there and look at the window and, oh, that's that town, that's that. Okay, we're over this point. We should be turning now. Oh, there's the turn, and you know it's coming up and everything. So when we get to passive, we're going to go flaps 1. That'll bring our speed down to that, hopefully 185, maybe 180. We'll see. And that's our limit that we have there. Fuel is good. Systems are good. No cautions, no alerts. There's passive coming up, so flaps 1 speed checked. Yeah, about 185 it'll bring us to. Well, they're using them a lot now. They're with the work they're doing on the 2.4 right and left. The other day I came in and they were using the 1.5s. I went by on the 407 and I could see them using that, and quite often I can see the airport in the distance from where I live, and I can see them coming in on 3.3. I guess until they get those runways done, whenever they can, they use the alternates to allow them to get the work done. Yeah, I think they're resurfacing them, all the runways at Pearson right now. I'm trying to think what runway we came in on. I think it was 223, the north runway. Alright, there's 4,100 feet. We're now turning basically our base leg. As we turn base leg, we'll turn the landing systems on now. So IDBL, we're picking it up 24 miles out, 110.10. Nav course and frequencies we've checked here on the RadNav page. Everything is good and all lining up. Flaps, we're already flaps 1. We'll extend as required. Speed brake is armed, and brakes are set to low. Not picking up the ILS yet. Still quite a fair ways out. There's our turn on the final. 23.5 miles to go. There's the airport ahead. Alright, localizer is live, so we will go and arm the localizer. Localizer capture. Dubai area traffic, Skyways 5556 established on the localizer, runway 12 left, 20 miles. Still got the slow descent going on. had some helicopter flying around Dubai last year. I don't know if I ever recorded that one. It's kind of neat. Ended up landing on top of the Burj Al Arab, the one that looks like the boat sail, and it landed on the helipad on top of it. It was pretty cool. Coming up, glide slope has come in. Sorry to hear that, Talia. That's a pain when that happens and your plans get derailed like that. I think I see that building, the El Arab over there. You can see that little shape there. Looks like a sail. Well, I can see it. You might not. I think that's the Burj Al Khalifa right over here. Nice and tall. Anyway, let's get back to what we're doing here, which is landing here in Dubai. 13.5 miles out, 2,700 feet. Slowly coming down on the localizer. Now, arm approach mode. I'm doing a Cat 3 single. Everything is looking good. Definitely the middle of the night here in Dubai.
$2,500.
Yeah, there she is. Burj Al Khalifa. Al Arab's down there. You get the landmarks package for here. There's some interesting things that you can see. It's kind of neat. Alright, glide slope's coming in. There we go, 8.5 miles. Glide slope lining up. There's glide slope. Capture. Gear down. Flaps 2. Gear down 3 green. Flaps 2 set. Distance 5.5 miles. Cabin is ready. And lights are on. Flaps 3. Selected. And flaps full. On the localizer, on the glide slope.
1,000.
1,000 to go. lovely, very late night or very early morning here in Dubai. No pappy lights. Wind slight push out of the right.
500.
Control. Don't want to get low here and clip a building.
Hundred above.
We do have room though.
Minimum.
Landing.
100.
Light slope.
40. 30. 20. Retard. 5.
Welcome to Dubai. And reversers are off. Auto brakes off. Getting off at Mike 7 Alpha.
Gentlemen, welcome to Dubai. The local time is 1:58 a.m. and it's currently about 28 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins as items may have shifted during the flight. We thank you for flying with us and we hope to see you again soon.
We're going to come down here to Mike 8 Alpha, or Mike 8. And we're going to cross over this runway and come across at Kilo 7. Flaps up, speed brakes disarmed. There's Kilo 7. And we're on the apron. Yeah, you got to get a little bit low to see them well, but if you can spot the foliage and stuff, yeah, it is fantastic. I'll get an aircraft over there. Dubai area traffic skyways 5556 clear, runway 12 left and on the apron. Looks like he's I don't know who he is. There's nobody outbound. These are Concourse B gates. Let's get the landing lights off, turn off lights off, strobe lights off. Oh yeah. Ottawa to Hamilton should work. Or Ottawa to Halifax. Yeah, should get some nice views there. So we're gonna go in here. It's like Philippine Airlines. Yeah, he's he apparently came in from Manila. It's pretty cool. All right, let's get that turned off. And there we go. So we have arrived in Dubai. Let's get our ground services hooked up. Chocks and GPU are going to be required. We have ground power. We'll turn the ground power on. Turn on dome lights so we can see what we're doing in here. Since we have ground power, we can turn off the engines. Engines are coming off. Beacon light off. Buses are off. We're on to ground. Ground equipment is coming into place. Turn off our fuel pumps, and flight directors and landing systems come off as well. We'll begin deboarding, bringing the jetway out, and we are good. So thanks everybody for flying along. Hope you all enjoyed. And enjoyed getting back to the regular rotation of entertainment, not all the spooky movies. Next scheduled flight is on Wednesday. We are back in Scotland doing the tour. We're in Oban right now, and we will be heading out of there on the next leg as we fly our old twin-engine Beech 18 through the scenic countryside of Scotland. Hope you enjoy and come along with us on that one. And again, if you want to join us on any of the flights, Discord is where you can find all the information. Links are in the description. Take care. Brian and Talia, thanks for coming along. See you on the next one. Bye for now.